Hey guys, Tasha here at Mind, Body, and Soil, where I garden in Zone 6B, which is Michigan. It's been a little minute since I've uploaded a video. I've had so many tech problems, from having to get a new camera. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my Osmo, so replaced the camera, and then my phone went out, so I've replaced the phone. So I'm hoping everything is all good here. At this point, there's nothing left to replace but the mic. However, I am back. I will bring a video upload once a week. I have not just figured out just yet how I would do that. I'm thinking maybe Greenstalks and then all the other beds and in-ground beds. Otherwise, it would be like an hour video for every upload. So still to come on that. But if you are new, welcome to the channel. Hi, my name is Tasha. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my garden, where I am your garden homegirl. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and rocking with your garden homegirl. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. I think we're going to just do Greenstalk today, mainly because I've had to pull a few brassicas out. We just skipped right past spring here and jumped right into summer, so some things I knew was either bolting or not gonna form a head in time because it just got too hot. So some of them I've had gone through and pulled out some of those larger plants and placed some more plants in. So, and I just did that last night, so I'll show you guys that, and that way we can keep up with that progress. Enough of me yapping. Thanks so much again for stopping by the channel, and if you could be so kind as to like the video, comment down below, let's chit chat, and please, by all means, I do welcome you to subscribe and become a part of my garden community. Now let's go ahead and get to it. And in this Greenstalk across the top, I've got 3 spear vents in a row here, and they were started in my hydroponics, so they look pretty good here. Actually, there's 4. That's a 4th. And this one here is Korean mint. On this tier, we have calendula. Excuse me, calendula. And we're getting ready to get some budding. Well, we can have some budding. They're going to be flowering. So it looks like these two tend to be more shaded, so I better do better with coming out and turning them. And this one here is going to bud. Below here, we've got some lemon balm. We've got some cat mint, and this is 2 plants. There's one here, and then there is one under there. And all of these were started in the hydroponics. That is mandarin balm, and this one is a lemon balm. Here is a volunteer chamomile that I just broke because I thought it was a volunteer cilantro. Once I snapped it, I smelled it. And here is sage. There's also sage there, and there's sage there. That one is a white sage. Here is another lemon balm, and there. Here we've got, it's Delfino cilantro by Row 7. This is my first year with this one, and I really like it so far. Below here, we've got wild lettuce here and there. And we have a chicory here, bronze fennel here, and there are onions that are in here. I like to put onions pretty often, just for pest pressure. And this here is a arnica. And this is mullein that was put here this year. So that is how this raspberry one is looking. Here is a montage of things. So I began pulling quite a bit of my brassicas out yesterday. We just skipped completely past spring and things are starting to bolt. So here at the top we have a peppermint, a German thyme, we've got an apple mint, this is a dwarf tomato, dwarf Anna Rosa, and it's been here about a week now. I just put this Nata Pinot in here today. This is called Red Boar Kale. And I also just put this pepper here. It is a Tabasco pepper. So I did leave a few of my brassicas. This is the TT Nori cabbage from Baker's Creek. I left that one just to see if it would actually head, but I pulled all the rest. Here is a variegated lemon thyme curry. I like to use this when I make my seasonings. Lemon verbena, and we've got some mustards in here. I've got two. There's one next to it on the other side. That is a Lagos spinach. This is clary sage, and it's such a beautiful plant. Really good for women's health. This is either a variety of basil or a St. John's wort. I am leaning towards St. John's wort or lemon basil. We will see. My tags always rub off no matter what garden marker I buy. Here is sweet woodrow, which is also medicinal. There is a dinosaur kale, and there is also some sage there. And there is a Space Master cucumber. And I think that is it. This is a Chinese cabbage. There is another clary sage here. And here is an arnica, which was, again, started in the hydroponics. And I should have come out and got these flowers a little bit earlier. These have more opened. These have been here a little while longer. But nevertheless, I will harvest these. This is not anything that you want to eat. I use this for making pain rubs and salves. Underneath here is the one mimosa plant that I got to germinate, and or better known as the sensitive plant. So I am protecting that at all costs. And we've got another calendula here, and that is that other mustard. Now, this Greenstalk, it was full of varieties of lettuces. I haven't pulled the top just yet. This variety is called Devil's Tongue, and it is all around. I pulled all the rest of them out last night, and I began putting some basils in so we can watch the progress of these basils after they come out of shock. Put a sage there, and there's many varieties of basils. If there's any one in particular you want to know about, definitely ask, but I won't bore you guys with every variety that is in here. There I also have another kale, some orange thyme. This one here is also a Delfino cilantro, and these are planted at the same time. So that tells me this one was more in the sun, and I need to do better with coming out and turning them. because this one has been more shaded. It is shade over here in this area late afternoon. And then the rest across the bottoms are the same kales. This is plantain that I started in the hydroponics and just popped in there. More basils, lemongrass. This right here popped up and came back. So my guess is this is going to be alfalfa. That's what it looks like to me. And then I also have some bok choy tucked in there as well. There's another bok choy there. And every other pocket has a variety of basil. This particular Greenstalk is not on a spinner. It's on the Ultimate Mover. Greenstalk has a sale right now for the spinners. So if you need one, or if you're thinking about buying a Greenstalk at another time, buy your spinners now while they're on sale and just keep them. So I did order me some more so that I am able to turn this one around. So for now, I'll have to walk around. I also left a few of the brassicas in here because, again, this is part shade for the better part of the afternoon. This is a champion collard, mugwort. That's a Space Master cucumber. This is a being eaten down kale. So I will come back out and check that. And here I just popped in a extra eggplant that I had. And here's some celery that is getting some thickness now there. This is also a sage that I started in the house over in the hydroponics. And again, a few more of the curries. I have a blue spice or Thai basil, pineapple mint. There's another dwarf tomato, and behind here is a trailing rosemary, so it should begin to trail down the Greenstalk like that. And up here I have a lamb's ear, a variegated golden sage. This is another collard. And down here I've got some lemon thyme that has come back. I had put a basil back there, but this has now popped up. And also more alfalfa that has come back. There is some stevia, another bok choy. Right here we got some more lemon verbena. And up here some pineapple sage. There is another curry. And here in both of these pockets are two more varieties of dwarf tomatoes. This one is Beauty of the Surf, so I'm excited about this one. And down here in the pocket next to it are some more lamb's ear. So this is how these 4 Greenstalks are looking here. Now let's go over to the 3 tiers. This is one of my tea Greenstalks. So we've got a grapefruit mint. we've got Hillary Sweet Lemon Mint, Blue Spice Basil, another Blue Spice Basil, Lemon Verbena. This is a variegated ginger mint. This is a tea basil, pineapple basil, got a Thai mint, another tea basil, same here. And here we have a rue. And this is a Spanish mint, another stevia, and these are tea basils here, and a lemongrass. This is the struggle Greenstalk. So here we just have pesto basils and different varieties of peppers. These were the peppers that had got aphids and then they recovered, and so we'll watch and see what they do, but they look a lot better. That's a that's a sweet bonnet. And the rest, I can't quite tell you the names until I start seeing the fruit, but they are recovering really well. We're starting to get some flowers and fruit on some. This is a red marigold, which I thought it was a petite, and it's looking like it's going to be a huge one, so we may have to end up moving that. And again, more peppers, and you can see where they were missing leaves and are coming back, so they're doing pretty good. And then here is another basil. This is an opal basil. And again, more peppers. And this one is even flowering there. And these are just bamboo sticks I got off Amazon. It was like 50 in the pack. And I put them in as soon as I plant so that I am able to tie and support them when need be. Now this, can you guys see this little red bug? This is that red beetle. I got, well actually, we can see them down here. I'll show you this. And I'm about to spray. On my agricultural website, it said that our state has been infested with a lot of new pests, and I'm not gonna play with them. I'm gonna spray it because I'm seeing them all over the place. So if you guys ever have pests and you're wondering what's going on, check your state's agricultural site and see if they have any update on what's going on in your area. From there, these two pieces of two different Greenstalks I use to just start seeds in. So there's brassicas across the bottom, there's radicchio, there's a kale, and then there's two mustards. In the middle here are some peppers from out the hydroponics that I just stuck in there. And there were more lettuces up here in arugula. They began to bolt, so I went ahead and pulled them out and put these basil plants in here. So we'll keep an eye and see how they do. But the one here, sorry about that shadow, that's comfrey that sowed its seeds from last year and it just came back. Here is a red celery. You can't quite see the color yet, but once it gets bigger you will. That is Italian dandelion and some purple mizuna. So I use this just pretty much to start seeds. If a plant fails, I can come over here, get another plant, and put it where it needs to be. This Greenstalk, it had broccoli across the bottom outside of those chives that's been there for a few years. So I left the broccolis to see. But up here on both of these, there were cabbages. I pulled them and I went in and added some extra basils I had and lemon balm, and then some dwarf tomatoes all the way around. This one is not on a spinner, it's on a mover, so I have to walk around that one. This one next to it is also my tea Greenstalk. So it has lots of mints, different mints in it. I did a video if you want to know all the varieties that I have. I have things from hazelnut mint to Bible mint to toilet. There's a lot of stuff here. If you want to see what's all in here individually, there is a video. Under the mints, we've got some more of the medicinal plants. You can tell this one here is really being shaded. There's also a lemon verbena down there, a citrus wormwood in there, and all across the top here are different mints, and they are taking a beating in this heat, so I will water really good. But this is a bergamot mint. There's to name a few. See if I can get it out of here. This is a candy mint. There is a woolly thyme. This stuff is really growing. I've got to come out and harvest some of this because it is definitely blocking out the sun. And then I'll step around. That's how it is looking there. This here is a blue spice mint. I'm gonna go ahead and take that top off. We don't want it to flower just yet. There's some apple mint. There's a lot of medicinals in this particular one here. If you are into medicinals and medicine making, definitely follow me as I go through and harvest and make medicines. Now this one here is a lot of things. It is medicinal as well as a lot of culinary. So this comes back, which is why it's so big, and I've cut it down once. I'm gonna come through and cut it again because we can see there it is going to continue to grow and it gets huge. Right here is more alfalfa, oregano. We've got some celery across the bottoms here. We've got some lemon thyme in there. We've got in here, which is from the hydroponics, that is mandarin balm, lemonade balm, stevia, orange mint, chocolate mint. We've got more of the cilantro, sage, French thyme in both of those, oregano there. We've got a few strawberries in here as well. This is an African blue basil there. And here is more sage. Also got some lemon balm, clary sage, a few horehounds, and more medicinals, more sage. There's another trailing rosemary back there, and pineapple sage, and again the ready to bolt cilantro there, and there. So that is how these green stalks here are looking. Let's take a look up at the front of the garden green stalks. So in the evergreen, I do have some geraniums as well as some petite marigolds. And then I've also got more of the pesto basil. And they are the same on both sides. More of the pesto basil. Clearly I like pesto. And again, more of those peppers that had aphids, but they're recovering because they are trying to fruit. This is a Phyllis Blue. This is one of the Aja peppers there. This is how my tags normally look. I can't make out even what that one is. And then again, all pesto basil that we're seeing there. More of the peppers. This is a Sugar Rush peach. That's a lipstick pepper. Blue spice basil. And then it pretty much repeats itself. So all basils and peppers in this one. In the yellow, this is the last of the peppers that were hit with aphids that are recovering. So they're looking a lot better now. That's another Aja. Yeah, I can't quite make this one. That seems like it could be an Aja as well. This is the Yucho Cream Candlelight. This should be a really pretty pepper. You can see the leaves on there. And this is another purple variety as well. Down here, it's an itty bitty one. We'll see what happens there. Palmetto pepper. Can't really make this one out. I know it ends with moxa, so I'll have to look at my notes. But once they all begin to flower, and we can tell this one has been through everything, how thick that stem is, but it is putting on leaves again, so we love that. This is a variegated pepper. I can get the tag out of there. It is the Maui Purple. And so I left the tags in, so this will be the same. So that's a Phyllis Blue. So that if I know what one is, I'll recognize the others as they fruit. This is the Jigsaw, and it's really pretty foliage there. And that's another one. Also a variegated purple here. And this is the, maybe a Kilimanjaro. Can't really make that one out. I have to look at my notes for the exact name. And this is a white habanero. It's the palmetto, we did that one. This is the berries and cream. 90 orange there. Across the top, this is a mini bell pepper, I believe. We've got some teddy bear sunflowers, and then more of those red marigolds. So that is how the lemon is looking. Now we'll take a look over at the last two raspberries. Both of these raspberries have potatoes. Each tier has a different variety. Each tier has one potato. So this is how they are looking. They need some water, that's for sure. Now I'll just spin it around. I can tell it needs some water based off of how light it is as I turn it. So that is how these two here are looking. That's why I was gonna have to come in here and stake this up. And on the bottom of these, I have a white celery, a green celery, and then there's also some oregano. So this is how the potatoes and the Greenstalk are looking. I will step back. Guys, that is the Greenstalk tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed my Greenstalk video. I will have a weekly upload, and then we'll also do my ground beds and my fabric bags and containers in a separate video so that it isn't such a long video. If you stay here to the end, I do appreciate you. I hope you like the content. Please consider subscribing to the channel, become a part of my garden community. Like the video, follow me across all socials at Mind, Body, and Soil. Till the next video, you guys.